What is up, everybody? You you can currently see we have $16,171 and the New Holland T5, I believe. T5? T6. The New Holland T6 125. And right now we are off to field 85 to complete a contract. Baling contract. Ah, shoot, I don't have a windrower, do I? Shoot. I'll have to lease it. Anyways, I already have my combine I want. The smallest Class combine from the Class expansion pack. Turn on our left turn signal here. Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh good, that's not collidable. Alright, little tip. When I get to an intersection, look both ways. Not sure if you saw that in my straight back mirror, but you did see that I cut off a truck, and behind me I had also cut off a car. And I only have a single mower on the back, the Coon. Alright, gotta turn right. And it doesn't look like there's any traffic here. No, I don't have to turn right. I have to turn left. Now, do I access 85? Where do I access 85 from? Okay, so I could also go down this way. Now, is it hay? I believe it's hay that I have to do. Let me just check with the owner. Mowing baling. Yeah, mow the grass in field 85, then dry it with a tedder and bale it. Take the bales to Meadow Valley Farm Barn. And the owner is Karen Diaz. So let's unfold the mower, lower it down. There we go. Start it up, and let's get mowing. So not only do I have to lease a windrower, but I also have to lease a tedder. So that should be fun. And as you can see, the time is 10 after 8 in the morning. I have not yet done anything with my fields. I own fields 1, 2, and 3? Yeah. I own fields 1, 2, and 3. I haven't plowed field 2. And I haven't harvested fields 1 or 3. So, I have a long way to go. And if I get the money for slightly, or a lot, yeah, slightly less better tipper, then I'll start baling oh, that's the end of the field there. Alright, I see the end now. Now I'll go out of first person just to get along this edge. I don't really have to mow the entire field because it'll give me the contract complete at 80%. Or, sorry, 90%. 80 or 90% of the field. But I do have to mow as much as I can. So I only need about $12,000 more for the slightly less better tipper that I want. And I need a whole lot of money. Well, yeah. I'll go for the slightly less better tipper. That way I could get some harvest contracts nailed out. And now that we know where the edge of the field is, I could just stay in this view. I found out from doing YouTube videos that it's better for me to have the display the way it is, because whenever I do, well, new farmer or farm manager, single player basically, without recording, money-wise, I see it read 16,107, and the one would be cut out. And on the left side of the screen, I'd see the tractor, the rear implement, but I wouldn't be able to see the front implement. And on the bottom left, a little bit of the map would be cut out. So I'll just leave it like this. Oh yeah, and if anyone knows how to fix it, my PS4 controller, which I use on my PS4 for this game, the left analog stick, whenever I use it, or even don't use it, the camera angle will start to move up or down, whichever way it wants to, even without me touching it. How can I fix that issue? And please guys, in the comments, please don't put, well, I don't care if you put the time, but don't put VON, and make your comments readable so that people know what you're saying. Because I noticed on one video, one person had written Vaughn in get. Now, I'm not 100%, actually I'm not even 100% sure if they know English, but I guess people leave in the comments whatever they want to leave in. Actually, I've seen that on 2 of my videos now. 2 different people. One just wrote Vaughn, V-O-N, and another wrote Vaughn in get. The odd thing is, the person that wrote Vaughn in get, instead of spaces, they put periods between each word. Maybe their spacebar is broken, and that's the only way they do spaces? I don't know. Alright, 3 headlands done. Now I'll just go back and forth. And I've watched videos of these mowers in action. If you're not sure what mower I'm using, there it is. Or yeah, I'll go third person. And I could turn the beacons off. Now you don't drive over the uncut grass. You would do it this way. Just turn my headlights on so I can see where I've gone along here, because it's hard to see in the shadow. Easier once I got my line set up. I just look to the next part of sunlight. And as you can tell, between the areas where I'm not mowing, lift the mower. Obviously that way I could get over to the other end quicker. so after we're done mowing, I will go back to the main farm, unhitch the mower, and lease a tedder, hook that up, and then come back to the field, return the header, or return the tedder, lease a windrower, come down, row this all up, return the windrower, and baler I already have, and I do have a way to transport the bales. Now, the way I am going to do this is field work, like I'm doing now, will be third person. Road travel, I'll do first person. And I also need to get a sprayer so I could fertilize field 2, or sorry, field 3, well, basically all my fields. The wheat in my field is already grown. I'm also just waiting for it to get a little bit more ripe. That way I get a better yield off of it. And one thing I forgot to put in. Let's see if I did. Did I put it in? No. I forgot to put in the farmhouse doormat, because I found out even though you have a house on this map you could get into, there is no sleep trigger. I've gone to every room in the house. I've walked around the outside of the house. The sleep trigger is just not there. And I don't believe... Oh, wrong screen. I don't believe... No. You can't even sell the house. Well, then again, why would you want to? A farm without a farmhouse would be odd. I remember one time on our farm, I was told to take out our 4630 and hook up the mower and cut the grass at all the headlands of the fields. That was fun. Just driving around, cutting grass everywhere I saw it. And then when I got to the northeast corner of our farm, I figured to cut the grass, to cut the headland at the end of one vineyard, I figured I would go all the way north I could, flip around, go all the way south I could, go into a little bit into the pear field we had there and turn around there. Well, that was all good in my head. I even knew there was a ditch dividing the vineyard and the pear orchard. The one thing I did not know about the third pass through the ditch, I felt the front end of the tractor just suddenly drop like I've never felt it drop before. I hit the clutch, came to a stop, thought about what I was gonna do, and I sat there and in my head I went, oh well, it's rear wheel driven. So that I was in fourth low, so then I downshift to third low, rev the engine a bit more, and proceeded. I felt the back end of the tractor drop, and before I even thought about it, I was just sitting there spinning my tires. I even hit the diff lock and still nothing happened. So then I reached down below my seat, turned off the mower, raised it up. By this time I had already hit the clutch. I reached down below my seat, turn off the mower, raise it up, release the clutch, and I still sat there spinning. So I thought, okay, I know what to do. I was trying to avoid walking 39 acres back to the house. So, box on the tractor, and I find a wrench, small wrench, because the mower we had, well, like all farm implements now that have a PTO, the mower had a PTO guard on it, and the PTO guard was so large that if we would pick up the mower all the way, it would hit the top edge of the mower, the top front edge of the mower, and possibly in the future bend the PTO shaft. So my dad had put a piece of metal on the hydraulic lever so we could only raise it so far. Well, my theory was take that piece of metal off. Well, we didn't have the right wrench in the toolbox. So I walked all the way back to the farm, all the way back to the house. And the whole time I was kicking myself in the butt, figuratively. Once or twice I may have done it physically. I get in the house, look at my dad, I go, Dad, I need you. He goes, why? What's wrong? The tractor's still at the back of the farm stuck in a ditch. He goes, oh, all right. So we take out our Ford 3000 with just about bald tires and we take a chain with us. And with a little bit of a pull, pulling it backwards, we got it out. And then by then it was 8 o'clock at night. I asked my dad, should I continue going? And we just decided to call it quits for the night because it was getting dark, and we don't really mow grass in the dark. I remember actually quite a bit. My dad would start spraying at 5 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes if it was too hot during the day, even at 5 a.m., he would start spraying at 10 at night. Because when applying spray, if it's too hot out, the spray will just burn the leaves, and it wouldn't do anything. So there's always a certain degree of temperatures you could spray at. Of course, orchard farming, the whole family never really worked late. The only time we worked late, and that was up until 9 o'clock at night, was when we were harvesting pears. And the way we did it was we would harvest one field ourselves, and then we had the same workers every year come in, and they would harvest the rest of the fields while we brought the pears in from the fields and sorted them. Now, one thing that would have helped us out in the end, we couldn't do this before, but we had pears that would just go straight from the bushel and drop straight down off the pear sorter. And we called those garbage pears because they were just too small. We also had other pears that would go down the conveyor belt and drop into the first size category. Those were also garbage pears because they were too small. The only ones we kept were the ones that fell into the two last size categories. But then, after we sold the farm, we heard that the canner we took the pears to every year was now accepting all size pears, even the little tiny baby ones. And what we would do with what we called garbage pears was, after we were done harvesting the field and sorting, we would then take those pears in their wooden boxes, and we had a pile where we dumped them. And no, wrong way. And the pile never really got that large because, like any fruit, you leave it sit there for a while and it decomposes. Well, the one thing I hated about it was the bees. I mean, the drive down to the pile was fine. Because, I mean, you load up the pears, you have bees all around you. You start driving, and the bees are gone. Once you get down to the pile, the bees have caught up with you. But never was I stung doing that. The first time I was stung by a bee, I was holding our door open so that some people that bought our piano could get out of the house with ease. Yeah, I'm not gonna look. And I had set my left hand down on the post for the railing, and I didn't realize there was a drowsy bee there because it was fall. He was a little drowsy. I felt something under my hand, and as I slowly lifted my hand up, it finally had the room to stick its stinger right into the palm of my hand. And then the second time I was stung, thank goodness I'm not allergic to bee stings. The second time I was stung, we were cleaning up the barnyard for winter again. Fall. I was sitting on the trailer and had my hands spread out on the trailer. Under my hand again. Second time I was stung. Actually, no, I was stung 3 times in my life. The third time was years after we sold the farm. I was riding my bike, and this was not the fall. This was summer. And I was riding my bike, and suddenly a bee flew into my upper lip. Wow. I mean, it didn't hurt all that much. I just had a fat lip for a while. Oh yeah. No wonder it's not down here. There it is. Right by the pig food area. Yeah, we got our Pottinger cheddar that we're only borrowing. So yeah, basically to start off this map, I sold both the Massey Ferguson tractor and the Massey Ferguson combine and the Massey Ferguson header and the header trailer, and I still have, actually, you know what, after this contract I'll sell the crampy trailer, and then I'll have enough to buy the AgriLiner trailer, and then hopefully have enough to buy a bigger tractor for the plow I have. Oh, you could tell by the sound of my voice, I didn't really think this through. I still have so much I gotta buy. Go for it. I said I was gonna look both ways, but then I figured I'll just pray for the best. I mean, this tractor already has a couple dents in it from the first collision. So does the mower. All part of farming, guys. Well, not denting up your tractor. Oh, did I? Nope. For a second there, I was thinking I passed my turn for the field. Nope, right up here. Alright. Beacons off. Unfold the tether. Get straightened out here. Turn on the tether, lower the tether, and let's go to town. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so I'll do this contract and start the next video right after. All my videos, I try to make them an hour long. Unless I have more time on my hands, then I make them as long as I want to. And let's turn on all my headlights so I could see all the grass. And obviously once I sold what I really didn't want on the farm, you could tell the combine was the largest purchase I made. Okay, let's raise it up. And set it down and turn off the lights. Oh boy. much hay. Or after I ted this field, I'll end the episode and then start a new one. FS19 Chellington, Day 1, Part 2, finishing up contract is what I'll call it. Alright, well, I don't need all my lights on, just my normal headlights. Just so I could see the edge of the tedded grass. Yeah, I tried MN Millennial Farmer map and I just couldn't do it. I mean, I wanted other equipment along with what I started with, and the slot count was just too low. Maybe once I finish Chellington, I'll do MN Millennial Farmer again and start with what I own. I have a feeling I could do it. I have an idea on how to do it. Idea works or not. I don't know, I'll make every episode exactly an hour. So, if once the elapsed time reaches 1 hour, I'll end it. And then start up the next episode. Now, we can lift it so as not to make a huge mess at the end. We can lower it and go right back up to the top again. So much to do. Alright, I'll see how much I get for... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll also lease the AgriLiner trailer. That way I could nail out some harvest contracts. Get better money that way too. I mean, why not? I have the combine. I just don't have the tractor to pull the crampy trailer. Because I dumbly sold it. Yeah, I dumbly stole it. That wouldn't make sense. How do you steal something that's yours? Alright, 15 minutes left. Actually, I might even finish tedding this field in 15 minutes. Oh yeah. Actually, all the stuff I have on lease I'll keep. Because I also have a grass field of my own. And with everything I have for grass work, when I get enough money, I could get sheep up and running. I just have to add in the trailer that I want. I'm starting to realize, even though I already know I didn't think this through, I also didn't really fully think through what mods I wanted to put in. Because I'm not using the in-game bale trailer. Even though I know how now, it's still a pain in the butt to use. What you have to do is, if you saw it on the video I made last night, which I deleted that. No, actually I still have that map. Once I baled up my field, you never saw the loading of the bales. But once I folded up the trailer to hold the bales in, they started magically lifting out and trying to pop out. What you have to do with that trailer, I realized afterwards, before you unfold open the side, whichever side you have it set to, you have to hold R1 and pull on the right or left analog stick, I forget which one, but you basically have to move the sides of the holding bars out as far as they can go, and then you open up your side, load the bales in, close the trailer, and then if it pulled the sides back in, you just move the sides back out, and then it'll work. Because I find if in this game the physics are, if it's too tight, they're gonna fly. But I do like trailers with loading straps. And once I finish up this end, I gotta go up to the other end very quick and ted what I have up there. And I got 10 minutes left of the video. Hopefully I can get up to the farm in 10 minutes. I have a feeling I can, because I am awesome. beacons on. Folding up the tether. Now realistically, you wouldn't drive this fast over any type of field. But I'm pressed on video time. So I'm just trying to get back. I have driven a tractor like this in real life too. Especially fun when you're pulling when you have a 1-ton piece of implement on the back and you come up to a stop sign on a dirt road. You gotta show off your power. Just release the clutch a little quicker and stomp on the throttle. See those tires dig into the dirt and make a hole? No guys, don't do that. Of course, the tractor races we had on our farm were fun. I always used our 1950 International front loader. We never took the bucket off the front or the loading arms. And it was great for our tractor races. All I would do is come up to a turn as I'm about, I don't know, 5 feet away from it. I would push the clutch in, slow down a bit, and then partway through the turn, just pop the clutch out. And with the loader on the front, I wouldn't have to worry about the front end lifting up. Okay, we're back. And look at that, it only took us 3 minutes. I'll just park this tether right here. Whoops. Try not to take out the shed it sits in. Oops. Ah, not back. Alright. Now we have to lease the tether. How much power does this tractor have? 125. Wow. So this tractor can use the Pottinger, the Coon, the middle-sized Coon, the Lely, but not the big Coon. So we'll lease this one for simplicity. Oh, good thing I didn't have enough money. And now we will, where am I going? Now we shall reset. Where's the shop? Now we shall reset the windrower. I was just thinking to myself, did I reset how I'm gonna pick up the bales? I did. Yeah. Seems a little tighter. got 5 minutes to get down there. And like we already know, it's only going to take 3 minutes to get down there. So I'll get down there when the time reads 58 minutes. Yeah, hopefully, now that you heard how I'm going to start up this farm, hopefully I could get sheep going right away, because I could get straw hay easily now. I could get straw, and all I need is the water trailer, which is only $9,500, $9,000. $9,000, $9,500, something like that. Go for it. And already this tractor has an hour's worth of time on it. Or else I'll have to plow. I have a better idea. Make this tractor become my workhorse. Let's see if I was correct. Well, 58 minutes and a few seconds. I don't actually get up there at exactly a minute 58. Or, wow. Talk about an estimate. 58 minutes and 5 seconds. Alright, well, I'll just start windrowing. For a minute and 40 seconds. Just to get the full length of the video, which is 1 hour. And yeah, I'll leave the beacons on. Why not? Actually, I remember one time I saw someone on a tractor cutting grass for the property of a greenhouse. And he had his four-ways going, and he had his beacons on. I just thought it was so funny. Alright, 40 seconds left, guys. So I hope you're all staying safe during this pandemic. I hope nobody's getting the virus. Where I am, we're soon going to be getting the vaccine put into us. We're nearing the end of it, guys. Just hang in there. Like I always say, life gets better day after day. Don't do anything to mess it up and push us back further. Anyways, take care, guys. See you on the next one.